The Iliad of Homer opens with the Greek army experiencing a plague that kills many soldiers and officers. For 9 days, the funeral pyres kept burning. Achilles called for a council to find out the cause of the plague. Chalcas, the seer, declares that the plague was caused by King Agamemnon's refusal to hand back the maiden Chryseis. Flashback. When the Greeks pillaged the settlements outside of Troy, they captured 2 beautiful maidens, Chryseis and Briseis. Chryseis was the daughter of Chryses, a priest of the god Apollo, also known as Phoebus or Smintheus, the son of Latona and Zeus, and guide of the sun as it passes the sky. She was given as a prize to King Agamemnon while Briseis was given as a prize to Achilles the great warrior. Chryses the priest, with lavish gifts, and showing the religious articles of the god Apollo, begged Agamemnon and Menelaus to hand back his daughter Chryseis. Agamemnon, however, refused to do so and insolently dismisses the priest. After leaving the Greeks, the priest prayed to the god Apollo to take revenge on the Greeks. Apollo answered his prayer and sent a plague in the Greek camp. Many soldiers and officers die. Because of this, Agamemnon had to relent, and grudgingly gave back his prize. But to assuage his broken pride, he insisted on taking Briseis, Achilles' prize, as replacement. This angered Achilles and he refused to take part in the war effort anymore. Let's hear a portion of a translation of the Iliad.
Achilles' wrath, the grief, the direful spring, of woes unnumbered, heavenly goddess sing. That wrath which hurled to Pluto's gloomy reign the souls of mighty chiefs untimely slain, whose limbs unburied on the naked shore devouring dogs and hungry vultures tore. Since great Achilles and Atrides strove, such was the sovereign doom and such the will of Jove. Declare, O Muse, in what ill-fated hour sprung the fierce strife, from what offended power Latona's son a dire contagion spread, and heaped the camp with mountains of the dead. The king of men his reverend priest defied, and for the king's offense the people died. For Chryses sought with costly gifts to gain his captive daughter from the victor's chain. Suppliant the venerable father stands, Apollo's awful ensigns grace his hands. By these he begs, and lowly bending down, extends the scepter and the laurel crown. He sued to all, but chief implored for grace the brother kings of Atreus' royal race. Ye kings and warriors, may your vows be crowned, and Troy's proud walls lie level with the ground. May Jove restore you when your toils are o'er, safe to the pleasures of your native shore. But oh, relieve a wretched parent's pain, and give Chryseis to these arms again. If mercy fail, yet let my presence move, and dread avenging Phoebus, son of Jove. The Greeks in shouts their joint assent declare, the priest to reverence and release the fair. Not so Atrides, he with kingly pride repulsed the sacred sire, and thus replied, Hence on thy life, and fly these hostile plains, nor ask presumptuous what the king detains. Hence with thy laurel crown and golden rod, nor trust too far those ensigns of thy god. Mine is thy daughter, priest, and shall remain, and prayers and tears and bribes shall plead in vain, till time shall rifle every youthful grace, and age dismiss her from my cold embrace. The trembling priest along the shore returned, and in the anguish of a father mourned. Disconsolate, not daring to complain, silent he wandered by the sounding main, till safe at a distance to his God he prays, the God who darts around the world his race. O Smintheus, sprung from fair Latona's line, thou guardian power of Scylla the divine, thou source of light, whom Tenedos adores, and whose bright presence gilds thy Chryses shores. If e'er with wreaths I hung thy sacred fane, or fed the flames with fat of oxen slain, God of the silver bow, thy shafts employ, avenge thy servant, and the Greeks destroy. Thus Chryseis prayed, the favoring power attends, and from Olympus' lofty tops descends. Bent was his bow, the Grecian hearts to wound, fierce as he moved, his silver shafts resound. Breathing revenge, a sudden night he spread, and gloomy darkness rolled about his head. The fleet in view he twanged his deadly bow, and hissing fly the feathered fates below. On mules and dogs infection first began, and last the vengeful arrows fixed in man.